back, Long Darkers. Do another episode of our Cougar bait run. Just, yeah, collecting resources. Waiting for things to cure. If I remember correctly, we have a deer carcass we need to finish harvesting. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens after that. Yeah, we can make some arrows, although all my arrowheads are back at camp office. So, yeah, I think that's kind of the plan, although it sounds kind of poopy out there right now, so we should check the weather and see what it looks like. For water, we have water. A little bit less water. And then, yeah, that's fine. Alright, what do we got? We got a blizzard? Sounds like a blizzard. It looks like a blizzard. Fantastic. Alrighty, well, it's gonna make it real hard to harvest that deer. Just a kilo of a rabbit. Alrighty. Well, that's unfortunate, so let's find something to do in here. We did have one of these. Maybe we can make some arrow shafts. So about 12%. Alrighty. 99%. Alright, I think, yeah, we'll make some arrow shafts at least. Excuse me. There we go. Just a little bit buggy. And hopefully the weather will lighten up a little bit for us. Does not sound like it has. Which, wait, yeah, we'll probably drag all of this stuff back to camp office with us, except for any guts that are still curing, because I don't think I want to be stinky and heavy. That sounds like a terrible idea. Alright, well, we'll leave those on the ground until we're ready to leave. For the ones that are curing, they can just have some more time to cure. I would assume it's still awful out there, based on the noises I'm hearing. Not actually that awful, but there's no way we're going to be able to light a fire next to our deer corpse, so we're going to freeze very quickly out here. Alright, maybe we'll break down some wood a little bit. Give it a sec to calm down. Take this wood too, and then that'll also give us wood for our fire, if we're gonna make a fire next to that deer. Alright, it sounds way less awful out there right now. Oh yeah, we can work with this. Alright, let's do it. Only one arrow down for temperature, and it looks like this is Maglin's weather right here. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, we'll get this. We'll get the rest of this deer. I'm hoping the maple will have cured. That's in maple office. That's in camp office, and then we can get our bow. But if not, we should be close. So yeah, we definitely need to start making arrows. That way, as soon as the maple is ready, we can get our bow up, and then we can hunt as soon as possible. Let's get a torch ready, since there was a wolf here yesterday who killed this deer. I'm sure he's probably around again. There's our crows, there's our wolf. I would really like to not use a match if I can avoid it. actually remember where this deer is. Is it right here? No, that's a person. Where did that deer get killed? Was it for? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Thought I was losing my mind there for a sec. Yeah, oftentimes if you get up on rocks like that, the wolf will lose aggro because it can't path up there. Start a fire. Tail and a book. We're gonna get some more tinder. We have a ton of it around. I just don't have it on me. I'm starting a new fire because when you start a new fire, you get the embers when the fire dies out. If you use an existing fire, I believe that you don't get the embers, so you kind of lose out on a little bit of time at the end of the fire. So that's why I'm starting a new fire, in case you're wondering. It is -9, so each stick adds 1 degree of temperature. Reclaimed wood adds 3 degrees, if I remember correctly. Which goes to 0. Looks like reclaimed wood gives you 4 degrees each. Yeah. Alright, so we're warming up. Alrighty. It's always good to make water. Maybe we'll boost our carcass harvesting here a little bit with a little trick. So we'll get 1 kilo off to start cooking, and then let me show you a little trick to speed up your carcass harvesting and your cooking. 57 minutes. Every time you pull off a little bit of meat, you get carcass harvesting skills. So if you go all the way up to 0.4 and then, whatever the end is, and then back down, we can now slice off little 0.4 chunks. And every time we do that, we'll get a carcass harvesting point. And that'll give us a ton of little tiny pieces of meat that we can cook. And every time you cook anything, you get a cooking point XP. So, it'll be a little bit more tedious to do it this way, because you have to go through the animation like every single time. Also, all this meat will be on my body and I'll be stinky, so if you're not next to a fire, don't do this. And you can even get it even more, like min-maxing, right? Like I'll show you on this next piece. So we have 3 little tiny pieces, 38 minutes. Now that we have a 0.1, now we can get off 0.1 pieces, which is as small as you can get. So, like, it's very tedious. It'll take a lot more time, like, in real life. Like, it only is a minute in game. But it's going to get me the ability to cook a ton of pieces of meat, and I'm going to zoom through my cooking skill very, very, very quickly. So I don't know how much of this I want to do, but we'll do it once for funsies. A few more if we get it down to 3.1 kilos total, and we can check and see. I do believe this gets you carcass harvesting, but I haven't seen like the little indicator on the right. Usually every time you harvest something, you get like a little indicator that you got some experience for doing that. But it hasn't been showing up. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a scientific test here. Check out our carcass harvesting skill. Alright, so for 3.1 we can still get back to that 3.1 tiny sliver. So we're at 2. right underneath the backpack. Oh, this is probably defrosted, so I bet the knife is faster now. Switch to the knife. Keep going for science. I'll take off 10 pieces and see what my carcass harvesting looks like. So we get down to 2.1. See if this is actually doing anything for carcass harvesting. I know it works for cooking because I have done it for cooking. Usually when you kill a bear, it's a nice time to do that. Because the bears are huge, and if you just do this with one bear, you will get to cooking 5 after one bear. I don't know if I'll do that on this run because I'm not super concerned about it. This is mostly just to gear up once again a sacrifice for the cougar. Obviously tedious. Like I said, it'll take more time in real life to do this. In game, it's taking the same amount of time as it would if I just harvested a whole bunch of chunks. Let's check our... Yeah, I don't know if that was, 10 points or not. 8 minutes. Alright, let's do 4 of these. It'll get us to our 8 minutes, and then we'll start cooking these little pieces. One. 3 more. 2 more. So yeah, Interloper, sometimes, especially if you're learning, you really do want to min-max it. Sometimes just to give yourself the biggest head start you can. 4 minutes. Maybe we'll just do 0.5 pieces for my sanity's sake. Let's check. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're boosting carcass harvesting that much. Maybe I've been given bad information about the carcass harvesting portion of it, but I do know the cooking works, so... A bigger piece, we'll put that over there. If that is the case, then just take off the rest of this. One of those is a big kilo piece. To boil, let's get our guts. Get a gut. So we're here. Drink some water, and then we'll just start cooking our pieces. Your other gut. got 15 minutes, 12 minutes. What can we do? Let's make a shroom. Might have to make some tinder. Hopefully the fire doesn't go out. Good thing I started a new fire. I just burned the torch, didn't I? It is unfortunate. So let's gather a few more sticks. Let's get our feathers too, and then whenever this fire is about to die, we'll pack up and go. Weather has been good, but we all know how long that'll last. Sticks. If we want some torches, we're probably going to be bringing a lot of this back to trappers, past the wolf. So we'll need a torch to protect ourselves. See any other sticks in the area. Two torches. Plenty to get us back, and then we can decide after that. So you see the little cooking thing on the right hand side. We got an experience for cooking that. Another cooking experience, little can on the right. 24 minutes. I don't think I want to do that. My tiny pieces. Not coal, not coal. No need to waste coal here. Minutes. We can get 2 of these small slices. This big one. Yeah, you see we boosted all the way to cooking 3 by doing this. Make some water. Minutes. Let's break down this branch for 10 minutes. Whatever, we'll do it quicker with the hatchet. Just to make sure that we finish this last piece of meat, and then we will go. 2 minutes. minutes. Be so stinky. It's alright. Sure, we got one last stick. Let's take a torch. Let's go. Alright, go back. Drop off the guts. I don't know if I'm going to carry all this meat back to camp office or not. Probably not, considering I want to bring all those saplings and whatnot. Alright, you're going to have to leave me alone, please. What are you doing? Flank me or something? Alright, let's go, go, go. He's gonna smell me. And he'll be back. So we want to put some distance. Just jog in. We have a torch, so maybe we could. We'll see what our weight looks like. When we gather everything that I definitely want to move over, we can then take whatever meat we have room for in our inventory without exposing us to too much sprain risk or anything like that. We don't want to move too slowly. Alrighty. Take that, we're going to take that, we're going to take all of these. We're actually fine for weight. So maybe we will take we're already stinky. You can't get more than 3 stinkies. Water, do I have plenty of water? We'll leave the rest of that water. Might as well take this rabbit with us, and then we're just going to be stinky. But we have torches, so we should be fine. If the wind picks up, we will have to reevaluate, but we're moving very quickly. We're going to be attracting every wolf in Mystery Lake. But as we've already seen, sometimes that attracts them to you, and if you are near a deer, then they will kill the deer for you. So, kind of want to do this quickly, so we're just going to cut through. Normally, I'd go down the side in that little valley on the other side of this ridge, because there's no wolves over there, but the weather's nice. I don't know how long. It's been nice for a while, so I don't know how long it's going to stay that way. Since we are very, very stinky. Although it might be smarter to not cross over too many ridges, because if you're coming over a ridge at the same time a wolf is coming over the other side of the ridge, that can end poorly. So we'll listen for wolf howl. I just heard one and it was way off to the left, which I'm assuming is the one that we just left. Listen carefully for footsteps, for howls. Go through the deadfall area over here. There's usually a wolf, so I do want to be careful. See any furry friends? It's the deadfall cabin right over there. There's a there's a stove there, the one topper stove. You want to go outside but have a sheltered fire, it's a good place to go, especially if you're hanging out in camp office or even trappers. As you've seen, it's not that far from trappers. Kind of low on torches. Should be able to make it to camp office with this torch though. And then yeah, I think we'll use some of our daylight to craft some arrows, or if our bow is ready we can start crafting that. And yeah, that might be it. We'll see. Just a nice day of boosting our cooking, getting some resources. Getting a nice little pink glow. Sunset. I hear a wolf ahead of me, it sounds like. This wind's picking up. Grab a couple more sticks and then we'll probably start running.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I do not need my torch blowing out right now. While we're this stinky, let's get to camp office as soon as possible. This corner. Looks like a nice uneventful travel, which is great. Yeah, if there's no deadfall wolves, then that's a pretty safe place to go. Alrighty, we're back. Let's drop. It's cooked. Let's drop all our cooked stuff. Stuff over here. No. Please tell me I didn't get. God. Whew. Accidentally ate a little bit of raw rabbit. Gotta love that. Alright. Could have easily gotten food poisoning or dysentery or something awful. Alright, the maple is still only 50%. Alright, so, yeah, we are a long ways from a bow, that's for sure. So, yeah, what are we gonna do? I don't think I need this fire anymore if I'm gonna be crafting inside. Let me quick evaluate that, if that's what I want to do. Let's drop all our rabbit. Deer. I mean, the weather was really nice out there, so it's kind of, I know, we're going to be inside crafting a lot, so it's kind of nice to use good weather when you can, so you can build up some tolerance to cabin fever. But I do need to craft at some point. We're running out of daylight, and we're gonna have to craft during daylight because we don't have a storm lantern. So maybe that's something we can do, is try to look for a storm lantern. I don't know that there's a guaranteed spawn for a storm lantern in Mystery Lake. Do I have tools? I do have tools. Alright, let's see how many arrows we can make before it gets too dark. Tools. So drink. Try to get another arrow going. Nah. That is unfortunate. Alrighty. Can you make arrow shafts in the dark? is a question I have. No, you cannot. Alrighty, well, I think what we'll do is just sleep. And then we can wake up. It'll be probably right around dawn, and it's probably, you know, it's usually really cold at dawn, so you don't necessarily want to go outside. So maybe that'll be a good time to use some of our daylight hours on making arrows. And then we'll go search for a storm lantern or something. Alright, so we don't need to heal anything, which is nice. But we do want some fatigue back so that we can be productive tomorrow. So we'll sleep as long as we can. Almost dawn. Looks like we do have a blizzard. It's going to not be light enough to craft. So I use the windows to navigate so I can see. And then there's a window over here by the workbench. So I don't think it's going to be light enough to craft. Nope. Alrighty. So, I think it's once the little like horizontal arrows on the sun on the top right come above the horizon, that's when it's light enough. So let's see what it looks like outside. It sounds like it's a horrible blizzard. And it is. Fantastic. It's kind of annoying having all these tiny pieces of meat because it's going to take forever to fill us up, but cost of doing business. Alright, maybe we'll gather some sticks. Are there any branches to break down? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well. Not interested in going too far. So yeah, let's really wish I had that storm lantern. See if we can stumble our way into maybe some curtains or a box or something that we can break down. Curtains? I might have already gotten these curtains. Curtain. Try to use our time productively. Like I said, once that little horizontal little sun spiky things pop over the horizon, which is I think right about now, we might have enough light. So let's try now. I'm gonna have to navigate my way over to the workbench, turn around, workbench, workbench, simple arrow. Ah yes. So yeah, let's craft some arrows. 3. And we have 7 more that we can make. Transfer all. Could also make the second insulation. You want to spend some time outside. I'm gonna just only at 60%, so it's still gonna be 60% of 6 days, so it's still got like 2.5 days. Ooh. So we'll have plenty of time to chill outside, I think. So yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be extremely cold out here. But it's always nice to check just for like if you have like a mag lens possibility, because then I don't have to use a match. So if I come out here and there's a mag lens fire available, I'll probably do that, because then I can at least make water. You know, I can cook this extra stuff. And you can do that like while you're making an arrow. You know, put the water on, come in, make an arrow. Go back out, get your water when it's boiled. Alrighty, Arrow shaft. So I think we'll just craft, we'll check for mag lens availability. Actually, I think we're going to need a lot of, oh no, we have tons of feathers, just kidding. So, we need maybe 1 feather, because it's 3 feathers for arrow, and we have 10 arrows to make, but we already made 3, so I think we're good on feathers. No mag lens. Cool. So, let's make another arrow. Once it gets a little bit more towards midday, maybe we'll make a little trip somewhere. Go to the lookout tower or something, see what loot's available there. Alrighty. Let's see what it looks like. Temperature's pretty good. We can make another one. It's only going to get warmer from here. Maybe we'll make an insulation. Do I have enough down for that? I do. So let's do that. That'll make it warmer for sure. Just harvested all that cloth, so might as well. We don't have any other accessories to put in that slot. Once you get like the moose satchel, I usually run the moose satchel. But I don't have crampons, I don't have moose satchel, I don't have ear wraps, I don't have anything else to put in that slot. Alright. Nice to have a little bit better visibility. So I can see wolves coming. Also, I don't have a fire, so. I do have enough to make a fire, though. Alrighty, let's make another arrow. Seems it may have gotten worse. I should have gone. Definitely got windier. Are we going to get a second blizzard today? I do want to spend some time outside. Maybe we'll go a quick trip to up the like the lake trail, I think is what it's called. Let's put all of our arrow stuff away, though. I don't need to be carrying that. Transfer all. I don't need to be carrying all of these. Let's drop a pot. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll make a quick trip, spend some time outside. Take the broth in case we need to eat something. 64%. I have teas, I have a couple teas, great. Do I have tinder is the question. No. Let's grab a little bit of tinder. I remember that being an issue. Grab 5. I have 2 broth on me. Okay, I don't need 2 broth on me. I am gonna have to probably eat these soon so they don't go to like food poisoning level. Just forget about that. Being so used to my longer run where I have cooking 5, I can just eat whatever I want and I can eat 0% anything. Can't let these things go too far down the toilet. This is annoying to eat all this, as we've talked about, but it's what it is. One of these is like a 1 kilo piece. Alright, surely that's fine. Alright, let's go to, yeah, Dave's Quiet Clearing is over here. Can loot that, grab some sticks. Spend some time outside. We're also not spending a lot of energy right now. Because we're just crafting, so it's gonna be hard to sleep. We're gonna be like awake in the middle of the night without a storm lantern, so it's gonna be hard to do stuff. So do a little bit of sprinting, I guess. Get a nice midday jog in. So yeah, this is they call it like the lake trail, but predator-free area. Usually, yeah, there's like one stick spawning area back there, as we saw, and then up here is Dave's Quiet Clearing, I believe. Wind died, which is nice. And not usually a ton of loot up here, but if you're doing Faithful Cartographer and you need to map everything, this is one of those areas you need to map. On lower difficulties, there's probably a little bit more loot. Yeah, Dave's Quiet Clearing. Backpack. That is empty. Fantastic. These are just stones. Yep. Alright, yeah. Like I said, on Interloper, probably not worth it, but this is wind sheltered. It doesn't have a warmth bonus, but I think, like, I guess unless the wind's blowing directly in your face, like right from here, then if you need to get rid of some cabin fever, this is not a bad place. Back in that corner by the stones. You can put a fire and be protected from pretty much every direction. So yeah, I spent a little bit of time outside. Didn't really get anything other than a few sticks, which is fine. I think we'll just go back and we'll try to make as many arrows as possible. Then we'll just be done with it. And then we can just make day trips and go loot and go to the lookout tower is pretty close. Trying to think. If you continue on this fork here, around straight ahead, there's a way to get up on top of that hill. And there's there's like a little cave back there that can spawn a bedroll. The abandoned prepper cache is up there. Which on Interloper doesn't really matter, though. Those caches are usually empty. I think they're all empty, except maybe a few miscellaneous loot, but if you're lower difficulty, those can be 3 of the 9 caches. I think there's, yeah, 9 in 9 different regions. 3 of the 9 will be loaded with stuff, so if you're on a lower difficulty than Interloper or Misery, that's definitely a place you want to check out just to make sure. But yeah, there's usually saplings up there. There's like ptarmigan and rabbit. Sometimes I think a deer corpse can be up there. There's a little cave that has a possible spawn for a bedroll. And maybe something else, maybe like a hacksaw, maybe? I don't know. We definitely found a bedroll up there. But yeah, go look out tower, which we can no longer see, just straight ahead up there. Hit that up. That may be a storm lantern location. Let's just fill up our stomach while it's not that cold. So we are going to have to find some more food. There's our 1 kilo piece right at the bottom. 2 1 kilo piece. Alright, so we're pretty good there. This piece is tiny. The piece is tiny as well. Alright, so yeah, we'll have to go and get some food. We do have a bunch of cattails and some broth, so we're not in dire circumstances, but I don't want to be in dire circumstances, so it's nice to be ahead of the curve. Alright, so let's go back to our crafting. Arrow shaft. Arrowhead. I guess I kept all the feathers. I did. Let's make another arrow. Cool, we have 4 more arrows that we can make. Let's get another birch. Get another arrow shaft. I think we might be able to make these arrows before the sun goes down today, and then we will be done. Tools? I carried those tools out there. Alright, let's see how far we can get. Come on. I think I made them all. 4 arrows. Oh, I ran out of arrow shafts. That's why I was like, why do I have an arrowhead left? So, yeah, we can make, let's see, can we make another arrow? Birch. Let's make another arrow shaft. I think we can get that done. I think we're going to run out of light, though. Oh ho ho! Aurora. Beautiful timing on that game. Usually you're very mean to me, but that is much appreciated. Alrighty, we're gonna get all our arrows made. Beautiful. And 2 arrow shafts left over. Which means we can make some fire-hardened arrows with the rest of our feathers. We'll save 5 for that. I don't need this anymore. Alright, let's see. Let's clean up our inventory here. Can the Aurora kick in on simple tools? Hey, there you go. Alright, harvest that. We don't need oil. And actually, I'm going to move all this stuff to a different location. So this is going to be my axe, my tool storage. I'll be able to read a little bit. Let's go over here. Turn the radio on. This will be my material storage. This is in here. Just kidding, this is already my fire storage, so let's make this the material storage. 4, we can make some fishing equipment at some point with that scrap. Inventory, looking pretty good. Get a buffer memory. These are the kind of things I'm doing on like my long run, where you try to find all the buffer memories. When you're going for 500 days, you need stuff to do. I can't even read it. Oops. Alrighty. I don't necessarily want to go to sleep right now because I'll wake up right at dawn and it'll be very, very cold. The worst time of the day to do anything. Let's make a note that I have 2 arrow shafts here as well. I wish it was a little bit brighter so I could count stuff. 2 looks like 4 birch now and 3 maple. After we made some of those. Our rabbit situation, I can't count that. She was a little bit brighter. It's a lot more than it used to be. So these are all gone. Those are gone. I took all the guts. So I think it's just water right now. We didn't leave anything there. So I think there's like 6-ish rabbit? Question mark. 6. 7 deer? Question mark. Guts. Oh gosh. I think we have 7-ish. Question mark guts. Alright, get a little inventory management done. Alright, let's drink. Maybe we'll read for an hour. Drop this other fishing book. I'm not going to go fishing on this particular run. Here, I'd rather have the cooking, if I'm being honest. Alright, and yeah, we'll do a little bit more up here. We'll be right next to the bed, so we can just pop in whenever I feel like that is appropriate. Getting close. Maybe we'll read for an hour. Already done 2. Do I just want to finish this? I'll be sleeping late into the day. And I do need some daylight. Alrighty, I think, yeah, we'll just sleep now. I spent all day inside crafting, so I need to get outside tomorrow, and the best time to do that is when it's light. So let's sleep now. We'll be ready to spend some time outside tomorrow. And I think that'll be it for this episode. So we got a lot done. We made all of our arrows. We harvested the entirety of a deer. We brought everything to one location. Sounds like we have another blizzard. Fantastic. Maybe we'll be reading through this blizzard. Let's check real quick, and then I think we'll call this episode done and dusted.
I need some water.
Yikes. Alright, I always like eating when I have 0 thirst. That way you can't go lower than that. So that's the best time to drink. We're getting low on water. So yeah, we're gonna have to go out, we're gonna have to make some water, find some more food, do some exploration. Yeah, we don't have any water. So I think that's the plan. We have all these teas. We could drink those for moisture if we need it. But that'll be the plan for the next episode. We'll wait out this blizzard, and then we'll start. We gotta go outside. Spend some time outside. We spent all day yesterday. We're gonna get cabin fever if we continue to do that. But we already crafted all our arrows, so that's nice. We're ready to go with 10 arrows. As soon as we get our bow, we're at 78%. I don't know what 78% of 6 days is. It's probably about another day and a half. So we'll spend all day tomorrow outside. Some amount probably the day after that, and then I think our maple should be ready to be cured. We have the guts to do that. 1 and 2 are already cured. A couple more of these will probably become cured in the time it takes for the maple to finish curing as well. So we'll be ready to go. So yeah, I think that's it. We'll call that an episode. We'll do some day trips, probably go Lookout Tower, maybe we'll go up to the Prepper Cache. We'll see what looks good tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time.